Well, hello, my lovelies. I thought I would do these during half term. Look at the sunshine. Hopefully it's still sunny on Monday when you're watching this. I'm obviously out in the garden because it would be daft for me to be inside with sunglasses on. Whoever thought I would say I was warm though? Who knew? We are on to chapter 8 of The Wizards of Once. Knock 3 times. The Nuckalevee. Here we go. I have to say I am deeply relieved that for the moment Wish and Zar have found themselves a new home, a bed for the night and many nights to come, and a nice warm meal to fill their empty tummies. They will be there for a long while now, thank goodness, for it was not only poor old Caliburn and the sleepy bear who needed a little peaceful time to rest and to heal. Caliburn was so ragged he had lost all of the feathers around his neck, poor bird, and you could see the pink of the skin there, and on the top of his head. And they all had burns from the fire and had lost weight from their days on the run. So Wish and Zar and Bodkin were as bony as twigs and needed to put on strength. I wish I could describe the food that was prepared that midwinter's evening and the careless way that they enjoyed it, for it truly was delicious. Perdita made it all, and she was the most excellent cook, for until you have tasted nettle soup mixed with magic, you really have not tasted heaven. But, sadly, I can't entirely concentrate on how scrumptious it all is. Unfortunately, I am the narrator, so I can see beyond Pook's Hill, the cosy dome of chalk horse and green grass that is protecting our heroes at the moment, and what I can see makes me nervous. I can see the Nuckalevee. The Nuckalevee is a quiet presence in the ocean, but he is a bad one. He contains more nightmares than a quagmire's head could hold. There's sour things in the Nuckalevee, disappointed hopes, and the end of dreams and staffs, of power too longing with evil to be left in the hands of women or men, so he is not a monster to visit lightly. In fact, no one approaches the Nuckalevee, but if they are on a shadow quest, and those on a shadow quest no longer care if they live or die, which is why they are known as shadows. No one that I have heard of yet has taken the scales of a Nuckalevee and lived, or spoken of it. So the Nuckalevee is out there, and waiting. I can see Queen Sycorax too, nice and cosy, camping out in her richly embroidered royal tent, in the smoking remains of the forest she has burnt around her. She's just received a visitor. The visitor is a soldier wearing the colours of the Emperor, and the Emperor is supposed to be here, her leader, so, unfortunately, she has to meet his warrior, midnight or no midnight, whether she wants to or not. "Why are you here?" snaps Queen Sycorax. "One might almost say I was being stalked." "I am here," announces the visitor, "in the name of love." "Love?" says Queen Sycorax in a voice of snow and raising one eyebrow. "My name is Thunderous Thighs himself," announced the warrior, shoulder puffing out his chest. "I have been sent here urgently by the Emperor of Warriors because the Emperor is concerned that these territories are being run by a defenceless female. So I am here to offer you my hand in marriage to be your husband and king." Queen Sycorax's eyes narrow. "Oh, really?" "I am a giant killer extraordinaire," boasts Thunderous Thighs himself. "I have strangled many an elf with my bare hands. I am very good looking. My axe work is magnificent, but I'm also a warrior in love." Queen Sycorax got up, walked around Thunderous Thighs himself, and sniffed. Thunderous Thighs himself feels a slight stirring of unease. He reaches into his waistcoat for his love poetry, but Queen Sycorax accidentally clonks him in the midriff with one of her sceptres. He doubles over in pain. "Let me tell you," said Queen Sycorax, smiling, "what I think of love." Gracefully, she reaches out a hand to help Thunderous Thighs himself to his feet again. The moment he touches her ice-cold hand, however, there is a loud explosion, a great deal of nauseous smoke, and Thunderous Thighs himself completely disappeared. His clothes are there, in a slightly singed pile. His love poetry rains softly through the room, blackened and blasted, but of thunderous thighs himself, no sign at all. However, there is a small round bead circling on the floor at Queen Sycorax's feet that hadn't been there before. Delicately, smoothly, Queen Sycorax bends down and picks up the small round bead, gently, tenderly. Queen Sycorax attached the beads next to the other many beads hanging on the necklace around her throat. The bead she attaches is by coincidence exactly the same pattern as that on the helmet of Thunderous Thighs himself. That, says Queen Sycorax, is what I think of love. She's a cold one, that Queen Sycorax. And she will not rest till she has got hold of Wish and put her back in a Knight and Warrior fort, locked her up as tightly as if she were trapped in the bead of a necklace. Queen Sycorax is very confident that she will find out exactly where the children are and exactly how to find them. For as the narrator, I know something that you do not. Zara was right. It was not a coincidence that Queen Sycorax had discovered them in the forest. Someone had betrayed them. There was a traitor in their party. But who could it be? Was it Tiffenstorm? Can you really not trust a werewolf you met in prison? They'd better watch out, for the traitor is still there with them. Do you know who it is? And even if the traitor did not carry on betraying them, it was already too late. Queen Sycorax had one of Wish's pins. In the confusion of running away through the fire, it had stuck itself particularly firmly into a bit of Queen Sycorax's armour, and it could not work its way out in time. Queen Sycorax had that pin, and all she had to do was set it free and follow it, and it would lead her back to Wish. And Canso was out there somewhere too, brooding on Queen Sycorax. Further away than that, I can see, through the ball of iron, where Wish has imprisoned the great big bad King Witch himself. He is all curled up in his bed of iron, scratching, pecking his way out like a chick from an egg. If you think that the two witches that you have seen already are bad enough, well, the King Witch is badder by far, as you already know, and makes the pair of them look like a couple of dusty old scarecrows. The King Witch has the salt ditch, rotten egg, corpse breath, arsenic, wicked stench of the truly evil, and he has a tiny speck of blue dust, that is Wish, and he will use it when he gets the chance. But the King Witch will take his time. He will find a way. So Perdita, Caliburn, Hula and Crusher are going to have to hide our heroes, teach them, guide them well, if they're going to have any sort of chance against the future that is waiting for them. And that is the end of chapter 8. I will see you all again tomorrow, in the sunshine again, ready for when half term has finished. I hope you have enjoyed your half term as much as I've enjoyed mine in the garden. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.